Looks like you had a rough day. We'd have thought the sky bandits would appear. I don't blame you for letting them escape. No, this time it was my fault. I should have been more careful. I'm really far from being in the same league as Cassius. It's not your fault, Shara. I let my emotions get the best of me and I was careless as well. No, you guys did a great job. Your on-site investigation of the mayor's residence was flawless too. Don't you think we should recommend them, Aina? Yes, I was thinking the same thing as well. Recommend? What do you mean? Hold your horses, first comes the payment for a job well done. There we go. Mayoral theft, and we receive 3,000 Mira for that. I know that. I know that by memory at this point, because it's the fourth time. This is for you both, and take this as well. And there we go. Receive the recommendation. These are important. This is. As of now, you're both junior bracers. In other words, bracers in training. In order to become senior bracers, you'll need to receive recommendations from all regional branches in the kingdom. This is your recommendation from the Roland branch. Is it really okay for us to have this? I had heard that in order to become a full-fledged bracer, we need to achieve something fairly noteworthy. I think in light of the jobs performed in your father's stead and your great showing here, your achievements are sufficient. However, those achievements are only for your work in Roland. You'll need to receive recommendations from the other regional branches after achieving success there as well. Bose, Ruan, Zeiss, and finally Gransel. You've still got a long road ahead of you. Even so, I'm really happy. It was worth all the hard work. Now that we've come this far, don't you think we should visit the other regions too, Joshua? I figured you'd say as much. I agree with you, but we can't decide this all by ourselves. We should discuss it with Dad when he gets home. Right. Telephone. Oh, that's a telephone, right? No shit, Estelle. Hello, this is the Bracer Guild's Roland branch in the Liberal Kingdom. Oh, it's been a while since we last talked, hasn't it? I see. Are you sure? That's terrible. I wonder if something happened. Looks that way to me. Yes, that's right. You left on business the other day. What? I apologize, but this is a little difficult to believe. Understood, I'll pass on the news to his family. They'll be fine. They're bracers too. Yes, and if you hear anything else, please let me know. This is like the most total in before dead dad moment. Like, what's wrong, Aina? It's unusual for you to be surprised like that. Who was calling? The Bose branch. Something terrible has happened. The airliner Linde has disappeared over the Bose region. What? How is that possible? I don't know any of the details, but the Royal Army is currently conducting a wide-scale search. Due to this event, all of the flights have been postponed. Well, that explains the backup at the landing port. And... Aina? Estelle, Joshua, please brace yourselves. Your father, Cassius, was aboard the airliner which went missing. What? Impossible! There's gotta be some kind of mistake. Since his name was on the passenger list, Liberal Bracer Guild Roland Branch Senior Bracer Cassius Bright, 45. And that is finally where the prologue ends. And as such, this is... Yes, the prologue ends here. A father's love, a new beginning, end. We will actually not save. We'll just continue to the next chapter, really. Estelle, are you in there? Joshua, dinner's ready. Just to let you know, we'll be having roasted basil chicken and onion soup gratin. That sounds so good. I'll come down later, so why don't you two go ahead and eat? Alright. Well, make sure you come down before your food gets cold. The Wheel of Fortune card. Again, something really is going on. I just can't see what it is. Where's Estelle? She said to go ahead and eat without her. She didn't seem to have an appetite. I see. She took the news a lot better than I thought she would. It's not surprising. Yeah, it's not surprising she doesn't want to come out of her room, seeing as how close she is with her father. I agree. So what do you think about all this, Shara? Is it an accident or an incident? To be honest, I couldn't say either way. Your dad is a top-class bracer. When it comes to crisis management, he's the best there is. Whichever it is, if your father happens to be there, it'll be resolved. But the fact is, an airliner, along with your father, has gone missing. In other words, what you're trying to say is that things that shouldn't have happened, right? Don't lose heart on me now. You need to be a stout wall of support and bear Estelle up. I'll get to work tomorrow and see what I can find out. Man, it sure smells good down here. I can't stand it any longer. Whoop. What? Estelle, are you okay? I'm so hungry I thought I was gonna pass out. Oh, this looks so good. Bon appetit! Aren't you having any? This is great. The basil flavor really comes out when you roast it. You sure know how to cook, Joshua. Well, thanks. Come on, Shara, don't you just sit there too? Do you want to drink some of my dad's brandy from his secret stash? I'm pretty sure there's a bottle of stain rose that's about 20 years old in there. Did you say stain rose? And 20 years old too? Shara, what do you think you're doing? Sorry, Estelle, I'm going to have to pass this time. By the way, what were you doing up in your room? You didn't come down even after Joshua called you for supper. Oh, alright, I was just looking for some extra underwear. I was having a bit of trouble finding one of my favorites because it was stuffed in the back of one of the drawers. Underwear? I went and settled gear for traveling. I mean, who knows how long we'll be gone, so I figure as long as we're prepared, we'll have nothing to worry about. So what you're saying is, you intend to head to Bose and find your father? Well, duh, that's a no-brainer. And while I can't imagine anything bad happened to him, despite his horrible luck, waiting around just doesn't suit me, so I'm gonna go check things out for myself. You really are something else. Whether it's a positive attitude or thick skin, I can't say, but... Well, you're so rude, Joshua. But you're coming along too, right? Of course. However, it looks like all airliner flights have been cancelled until the army finishes their search. It seems like the only way to Bose is on foot. Walk to Bose, huh? I wonder how long that's gonna take. For a bracer on foot, if they hurry, they can make it there in about half a day. But if that's the route you're taking, that makes things easy. I think I'll tag along as well. Really? You'll come with us? But aren't you busy with a bunch of other jobs? Hey, I trained under your father, right? Did you honestly think I'd just sit here when something could happen to the person I owe so much to? I'm going to talk to Aina and have her pass my job so at the guild on to another member. Shara? We really appreciate this, Shara. You really shouldn't be thanking me. I just can't leave a job as big as this up to a bunch of newbies. Hate to say it, but you're probably right. Oh well, since Shara's along for the ride now, I do feel a bit more confident. We appreciate you coming with us. Myself as well. Anyway, let's make sure to drop by the guild tomorrow morning before we leave. I'll need to explain the situation to Aina. Indeed. That is Chapter 1, Disappearance of Linde. It's starting now, and with the start of Chapter 1 comes the start of the game. In a way. The game is actually starting now. Woot. Anyway, yeah, there's that. I understand the situation now. To be frank though, with the Charizard taking off after Cassius, I'm going to be really short-handed. But since this involves him directly, please don't worry about anything. I really appreciate this, Aina. Make good use of Ridge while we're gone. He should be able to deal with at least 3 times his normal workload. Don't you think that's a bit harsh? Don't worry, if things get too hectic, I'll ask for help from the Gransel branch. By the way, Charizard, can I get a minute? I'd like to talk to you about the job you were going to do. Sure, no problem. Estelle, Joshua, could I have you two wait upstairs? I'll be done in a minute. Understood. Shara, if we're going to be waiting, would you mind if we did it out in front of the clock tower? I'd like to say hi to someone. Oh? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, then let's meet up in front of the clock tower. As soon as I'm done here, I'll head over there myself. Got it. Come on, Joshua. Sure. There we go, Septian Calendar 1075. Erected in partnership with the Liberal Royal Family, Septian Church and Roland City. Septian Calendar 1192, destroyed during the 100 Days War when Roland was bombarded by the Erebonian Imperial Army. Septian Calendar 1197, rebuilt with the cooperation of the citizens of Roland. Every time I see this clock tower, I always think they sure did a superb job restoring it after the war. You can really feel the spirit of Roland's people from this. Estelle? Joshua? What do you think about going up with me and waiting until Shara shows up? You mean the clock tower? Sure, I don't mind. Wow, I made a whistle sound there. Okay, come on. That is not how the clock tower looks like from down there. I am 100% sure of this. The morning air is so refreshing. Hey look, Joshua, we can see the house from here. You're right, I can see the roof. But do you want to tell me what's going on, since you've always avoided coming up here? I was under the impression that you didn't like this place. I like this place, but I just can't casually come up here. Because this is the place where my mom died. What? What? 10 years ago, during the war, when the Imperial Army surrounded Roland, they bombarded the symbol of the city, the clock tower, to try and get the citizens to surrender. This was at the time Dad was fighting in the Royal Army. I wanted to see who he was fighting against, so I climbed up the clock tower, and when the bombardment started, I couldn't get away. When I came to, I hardly had a scratch on me. My mother had saved me. I was wrapped tightly in her arms, shielded from the rubble, and as I cried, she sang my favorite lullaby. But when they finally dug us free, after the war ended and this place had been rebuilt, I avoided coming here for the most part. It's not because I have painful memories of this place, though. It's just, when I come here, a part of me wants so much to draw on her strength. Plus, I felt that I can't be strong like her if I'm always trying to rely on her. Estelle. But today it's okay, right? Relying on her just this once. Asking her to bring Dad home safely. Asking her to protect him. Of course it is. And don't worry, Dad's safe for sure. Your mother's protecting him, so this. Your mother's protecting him, so there's no doubt in my mind that he's safe. And if he happens to be in a bit of trouble, then you can come to his rescue. Just like your mother did for you, you can do the same for your dad. And don't forget, I'm here to help you too. Joshua, I know I can't completely understand everything you've been through, but I can stay here by your side as I am now. And if you need a shoulder to cry on, you've always got mine. So... Huh? Joshua, you're trying too hard. You shouldn't say things like that so lightly. What do you mean? If I were any other girl, I would totally have misinterpreted your intentions just now. Also that face. That face. Estelle's smirk. That face. You're seriously the type who's all going to have problems with romantic relationships in the future. I'm already starting to get worried. Well, excuse me for trying to be nice. Why do you have to be like that when someone is genuinely worried about you? Thanks for cheering me up, Joshua. I feel a lot better now. I guess as long as I get some kind of thanks, it was worth looking like a complete fool. But you're unbelievable. Don't be so mad. I'm really thankful, believe it or not. So how do we get down from here, huh? I'm sure Shara's waiting for us. You're probably right. Mom, I finally realized why I wanted to become a bracer. It's so I can become strong and protect others just like you. So please watch and see. I won't fail to bring Dad home safe again. Oh, Shara, hi. Oh, the two of you had such a cute scene going on up there. Why, my cheeks even feel a bit hot just thinking about it. What's that supposed to mean? You were spying on us? Give me some credit, will you? I just happened to see you when I looked up to check the time. I sure wish I had an orbital camera to get a shot of that view. Come on. What are you trying to say, Shara? Let's call family bonding, plain and simple. It's kind of like your habit of hugging everyone after your third bottle of wine. No, let's not get into that. What's with the sigh? You really don't know how to take a joke, do you? Oh, whatever. Did you say hi to Lena while you were up there? Yeah. I even asked for her to watch over Dad. I see. Then I guess it looks like you're all set. You know, Lena's protection is equal to that of the goddess herself. Your dad's safety is pretty much guaranteed. I think you may be giving her a little too much credit. Now that you mention it, you met Estelle's mother before, right, Shara? Yeah, when I was a child. I was still in a troupe at the time. A troupe? Yeah, a troupe in a traveling circus. Circus? Shara was a dancer. Although it's a long time ago, we first met when she came to Roland with the circus. 12 years ago to be exact. I was 11 and Estelle was 4. And because of that chance encounter, when I became a bracer, I trained under your father. I didn't know that. Maybe I'll tell you about it sometime when I get the chance. Are you about ready to head out for Bose? With the airliner flights cancelled, we'll just have to make our way to Bose the old-fashioned way, by foot. First, we'll need to make our way to the Verti Bridge checkpoint, which sits on the border of the Bose region. The Verti Bridge is located at the west end of the Milch Main Road. Looks like we're all set, so let's go! Indeed, we will go in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and in the next episode, we will head out for the thing. Yes, we will. Let me just check what we got. Okay, cool. So thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Pafslash. See you guys next episode. Goodbye. Goodbye. I'm just gonna save this like here.